We all know what time it is. It's time for the big boys who want to wrestle. I'm actually sad. This is a sad occasion. It's 10:24 in the morning on April 19th, 2022, and they just buffed Colossal swords. And I had an entire dang series planned out of me just bonking bosses with Colossal swords. Little bummed out that there's, they've buffed them now. So there's this video that you're seeing. All of this footage was taken before the patch today. So this is all before that. Before the Colossal swords got buffed. Everybody told me it was not fun to play the bosses with Colossal swords. So I started, I was going to make a Colossal sword build anyway. Because I just like those big boys. And I wanted to fight the bosses and see, everybody was complaining about these things to me, how they were bad. Alright. This, right now I'm fat rolling. Okay? Fat rolling, as you can see. And one thing I've always said about From Software PvP, Dark Souls 1 Poise builds were really strong. Everybody knows that. To the point where a lot of the fights were just kind of, stack a bunch of Poise, try and backstab your opponent. Some people didn't like that, alright? They thought that was... And I mean, don't get me wrong, it probably is, the best way to play. Or, you know what I mean? If there's anything else... If there's anything else that compares, it's, Flip Spear. But, whatever. It's a huge barrier for players who aren't familiar with it. The idea that you can just stack a bunch of Poise. As you just saw there, I'm using Raptor of the Mist to duck under attacks from Margit, the Fell Omen. I always felt like Dark Souls 1 Poise builds got janked over a little too hard in subsequent games. At a certain point, I understand not allowing the Poise builds the medium roll. Well, the medium roll in Dark Souls 1 was bad. It wasn't good. But you would only use it against stuff like, Wrath of God, or, Black Flame, or Dark Bead. Stuff that was either going to kill you or break your Poise. You would roll against those, but you had that fat roll. So, you didn't roll very much, right? That was the trade-off. You stacked a lot of Poise, but you didn't have the good dodge. You had a bad roll. And I thought that was an awesome balance mechanic that could have gone further. It was still possible to stack entirely too much Poise and have a fast roll in Dark Souls 1. So my solution was well, what if you just took roll away from the heavy builds? And after a certain point, you just can't, you can't roll. You don't get a medium roll anymore. We only have fast roll, and then after that, you just have a crouch, a duck, where you stay in place, but you can try and duck under an attack. Elden Ring literally gives me that. It's incredible. One, you can just crouch, but you can use Raptors of the Mist. But Raptors of the Mist doesn't stop there. No, because if an attack connects with you during Raptors of the Mist, you get to plunge attack for free. So the first thing I did was run to Stormvale and get the Claw Talisman. And with the Claw Talisman, plunge attacks, jump attacks are improved. They are increased. The damage is increased. So now I can duck, I can crouch under attacks, and if an attack connects with me anyway, it's free, built in, ready to go out the door. Verticality. For big boys who love to wrestle. Oh, and they're just pumping iron. Look at the muscles on those fantastic bodies. There is nothing more satisfying than just poising through a katana and mopping someone's face with an ultra great sword. I'm sorry, a colossal sword. There's nothing better. on this earth, it's the best thing that there ever was to happen. I'm also using Giant Hunt, which I've gone over before. It's really good, and they just buffed it. I can't wait to see what they did with that. I'm using the Greatsword in a lot of these clips. Later on, you're going to see me using the Golden Troll Greatsword right there. And a little later on than that, you're going to see me using the Watchdog Greatsword, which is my favorite of the Colossal swords. It looks so good. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful weapon. We've also got the Chaos Warhander. Don't forget. Don't effing forget. Yeah, I know. I can't help myself. The whole joke, as my coffee, I'm drinking coffee. The whole joke, by the way, was that like the homoerotic strength builds were so worried. Look at these two big boys, just hot and on fire for one another. The joke was that you know, they were worried about whether or not you leveled Dex as a sort of you know, admission. You know, a little too worried about whether or not you leveled Dex, weren't they? Those giant dad memers felt like maybe they were a little too concerned about whether or not I had leveled my Dex. So of course I had to take that to 100 and, you know, just be full blown hot and homoerotic with strength builds, because that's what they deserve. Because I mean, let's be honest. Who else wants to get in somebody's face this much with something this big? Look at them. Look at them. Exposing themselves. Exposing their bungholes. Showing me that I may assert dominance on them. That's what they were doing. You saw it. I saw it. We all saw it. That's what was happening. They were letting me know that I was in control. And I am in control. And I'm going to, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to kill you. But I'm going to do it when I want to, not when you want me to. That's my privilege as the bull, as the dom. And it is your privilege as the submissive to wait for it. These videos are so stupid. But I love them, and I love making them, and I'll never stop. Well, I'll stop eventually, when I'm dead. So, that's the build. You're getting a look at the build. Build's not finished yet. Look at this. Absolute false big boy. You make me sick. You make me sick. Look at that. Looking like a big boy, using a katana. A big boy with a katana. And the moon veil at that? Jeez. Could it be any worse? Could this false big boy be in... Oh! Oh! Get it off my screen! Oh, that's disgusting. Get that away from me. I don't want to... No one wants to see that. That's unnatural. That's unnatural. It's in the Bible. You're not supposed to do that. And after Easter. This close to Easter. You're just going to do that? I don't think so. I don't think so. Shameful. Shameful mockery of the way I live. False big boy with that katana. Get out of here. It's disgusting. You disgust all of us. What you've done is wrong. And no one wanted to see it. I didn't even pay attention to how many runes that guy gave me, but I'm sure it was a lot. I liked that host, though. I was rooting for the host. I was hoping maybe they could pull it out and beat the Falling Star Beast, but it wasn't to be. Hey, watch this. Just watch it. Here, just watch this. People had the audacity to tell me that these weapons weren't good or fun to fight the bosses with. You are out of your mind. You are out of your mind. I don't know what to tell y'all that you're like... And the thing is, I know that even if I had made that series of me beating bosses with colossal weapons, every time, everybody would have been like, oh, well, I didn't mean that, boss. No, I didn't mean that one. Oh, I just don't understand at all. I get it. Oh, by the way, Earthshaker, it's Waves of Darkness for a big boy. And it has the follow-up heavy attack. Oh, get out of here. That's a home run. That's a home run. Anyway, the thing with the colossal weapons against the bosses, I don't get it. They just buffed it, and already you could block pretty much everything a boss did with your sword. You could just block it with your sword. And they buffed that further today. I do not understand what you people who are complaining had a problem with. Almost every boss in this game, their opening attack is complete. Look at that. Just come out of nowhere, big boy. Big boy out of nowhere. I love him. He stole my heart. Look at him. His friend is kind of big. You got the kind of big, and then you got two big boys ready to duke it out. I need to drink my strong juice for this. I'm ready to go all night. Just a pumping and a thrusting with these big, powerful weapons. Look at that. Look at the handle on that thing. Look at the heft. Look at the heft on that thing. Oh, he just got smushed under the weight. Oh, verticality. It just won't stop coming. Oh, no, it's never gonna end. Anyway, you could block all the attacks the bosses did. Right? And then the guard counter on top of that. Look at this. I want you to look at this. Okay? Do you understand how, like... It's not... The bosses aren't meant to be fought with... I want to smack you in real life, boy. I want to find you in real life and smack you on the mouth for talking that garbage about colossal weapons. And they just buffed them. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm happy they buffed them, don't get me wrong. I'm happy. But I wanted to record me beating all the bosses before they buffed them. Just to, you know, it's like when a dog urinates on the floor, you know? And you're like, you don't do this. I don't actually, you know what I mean? I don't think that's actually, you're supposed to do that. It's just a thing that people say that you do. But hopefully no one actually, I mean, and please don't comment that you do that. Because, like, you'll deserve everyone calling you an idiot. You know what I mean? It's a dog. It's just pee. Take it outside. Take it outside, you monster. Take the dog outside. Don't rub its nose in it, you idiot. But you can do that to people. People deserve to have that happen to them. So that's what I wanted to do. Just rub people's noses in the fact that they were like, colossal weapons aren't good to fight the bosses. I was going to say, don't get me started on the fact that pretty much every boss's opening attack can be dodged if you swing into it. You know what I'm saying? Even some of the late game bosses, you know what I'm saying? You can just, if you swing at their opening attack, you'll duck under it as you swing. And that's free. That's just built in. You just get that. You know? That doesn't even require, all that takes is the wherewithal to see it happen and be like, is this consistent? And you test it and you're like, yeah, it is consistent. I can consistently just duck under an attack for free by swinging at it. Then on top of that, you've got these insane wind-ups that all the bosses do that are so slow that you can easily, with a small weapon, you can do a charged heavy attack and still have time to dodge. Right? So with this weapon, you would at least have time to swing the weapon or do a jumping attack and then dodge. It's just wild to me. It's just wild to me. And then on top of that, you've got Giant Hunt, which has that crouch, or you've got Raptors of the Mist, which has... it's just insane. I don't know what to tell y'all. If you're not a big boy worshiper already, there's no hope for you. And you will never enter the kingdom of heaven.